If there's one thing we can all agree on, it's that the internet is a weird and wonderful place. A good majority of the time, though, it's the former. Sadly, there's a lot of toxicity out there on the internet. Hell, there's toxicity in almost every single fan base out there. So today, we're going to talk about what I think are some of the worst fandoms ever. Before we start though, I just need to clarify, not everybody in these fandoms are bad people. Now, let's start off with a fandom that I myself am in, the Sonic the Hedgehog fandom. Now don't get me wrong, there's a lot of really cool people in this fandom, but other fans are, well, interesting to say the least. I swear to God, the amount of fetish art is insane. And another reason the fanbase sucks is the fans complain about everything. Everyone complained about Jet sounding slightly different in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, when Mephiles sounded incredibly different in Shadow Generations, and no one gave a damn. Where is the logic in that? And don't get me started on what happened with the Game Awards. The Genshin fandom didn't even do anything to provoke them. But don't go feeling too bad for them, because the Genshin fandom is next. Sending death threats to the voice actors is absolutely disgusting behaviour. And the amount of predators in this fandom is so bad. But guess what? We're just getting started. Up next is the Friday Night Funkin fandom. Now, there's a really big issue with this fandom. It's full of children. Now, that might not seem bad, but it is when you realize that there's shit like this in the game. Why are kids playing this game anyway? Tankman's mere existence is enough proof that this game isn't for kids. Oh, and just like with the Genshin fandom, there's a lot of predators. Mods nowadays have also become really unoriginal. Nowadays, they're mostly just Sonic.exe mods. Please make something original. But enough about FNF, right? Because that's nowhere near as bad as the Hazbin Hotel fandom. These people are honestly a whole different species at this point. And I'm not even over-exaggerating, right? At times, these guys can be even more immature than Sonic fans. If you don't know who this guy is, he's an abusive asshole. Not a lot of people in the fandom like him. But for some reason, they think that that makes it okay to send death threats to his voice actor and complain when he's featured on a piece of merchandise. What the fuck? You're sending death threats to someone because they're just doing their job. Grow up and realize that it's just a fictional character. Also, if you do so much as give the creator valid criticism, the fanbase will make sure you never hear the end of it. So yeah, that's pretty fucked up right there, isn't it? However, we still have one more fandom to talk about in this video, and it's without a doubt the worst one. That fandom is the Star Wars fandom. Oh my god. You thought Sonic fans complained too much, then you clearly have never met a Star Wars fan. Also, a lot of these fans are incredibly racist. Moses Ingram got so much hate for absolutely no reason when Kenobi came out. And that's pretty tame compared to what happened to the voice actor for Jar Jar Binks. The fans harassed him so much that he nearly took his own life. The hate for Jar Jar Binks is honestly way too extreme. He's not even that bad. And there are fans out there who don't see the problem with what happened with his voice actor. Also, a good majority of the fans complained about Rogue One having a female as the lead role. This is insanely stupid when you realize that in the original trilogy, Princess Leia was the leader of the rebellion. So you guys still think Star Wars needs to be male dominant? It was never male dominant. Sexism at its finest. But I think one of the stupidest things that Star Wars fans have ever done is harass George Lucas to the point where he sold Star Wars to Disney, and then continue to harass him for selling it to Disney. Yeah, I know, it's stupid. It's your own fault that he sold it in the first place. It's your own fault that Star Wars quote unquote sucks now. I'm gonna say it. These guys make Sonic fans look like angels. I'm sorry, but it's true. One thing's for sure, these guys should go straight to the loser graveyard. They'd fit right in with all these losers. I could go on and on about how much these guys suck, but I'm gonna end it here. And I promise, my next video will be way more lighthearted. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.